And welcome back to the DM Sports Talk podcast. I am your host, David Begley, along with my co-host, Matt. Matt, how you doing after this last week of intense football?
Doing good. Should have made the, I think we were talking on Saturday night, and I said the Jets were going to beat the Titans.
Yep.
And I wish I would have made that pick on the pod here, but hey, that's all right.
Yeah,
How
I mean,
are
to be
you?
fair, that was kind of unfair. That's one of those fantasy situations too, where you can make the changes up to then. If we were playing fantasy football and you had to lock in on Wednesday of what your team was set for, we'd be fucked every week.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah.
So how are you?
I am freaking-tastic. As everybody knows, my other sport I love dearly is basketball, and it was back on Bulls basketball last night. Preseason game against the Cavaliers. Dunked on the guy who used to play for our team, who I have a jersey of, and I did not give a fuck. Fuck you, Lowry Marketing. Take your money. I'll take the players we got in our trade. Anywho,
Wow.
Football was on, yeah.
But didn't you wait? Didn't you like make your? Isn't your Steam? Oh no, that's Kobe White, right?
No. My Discord picture is still Lowry Marketing, and that doesn't matter.
Gotcha.
It doesn't matter. I'm just lazy. I'll change it eventually.
I'm just lazy.
I'll change it eventually.
That's why we were gone for 6 months. Yeah,
exactly.
Anyway.
Hey, but gone for 6 months is also kind of like Tim Tebow. Gone for how many years?
Tim Tebow.
Ugh. It's an interesting topic here.
Yeah. So Nick Adams. I don't know who this dude is.
Yeah. Some Twitter troll.
Some moron. Some moron. Yeah. I don't really know. But his Twitter handle is @NickAdamsInUSA. And he tweeted on Sunday. He said Richard Sherman was charged with 5 misdemeanors, including resisting arrest and a DUI. Now he's starting for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tim Tebow is a national champion Heisman-winning quarterback / tight end who is also a devout Christian, and the NFL has blackballed him. Boycott the NFL. So that
there's a lot of things in that tweet, but I guess
it triggered me.
Do you think Tim Tebow has been blackballed from the NBA or from the NFL?
No, there's one player that has been blackballed by the NFL, and that's Colin Kaepernick. Regardless of what anyone else thinks, regardless of what anyone else feels like they know, there's one reason that Colin Kaepernick is not in the NFL. It's not because he's not good. It's not because there's no other reason other than the fact that it's a public relations nightmare. It would be a nightmare for a team to sign Colin Kaepernick to some starting quarterback kind of deal, because that's exactly what he wants. He wants to start, and he's starting caliber, and he's proven that he's starting caliber. He went to a Super Bowl. He was a win away from getting to another Super Bowl. I mean, he's essentially the OG Pat Mahomes, and he knelt for the national anthem, and ever since then, not a single NFL team wants anything to do with him, and it's because he knelt for the national anthem. That's why Tim Tebow has.
So let me break this down real quick, because this is the flaw that I heard in there, right? And this is what a lot of teams do not like. They don't like it when a player can't accept their role. You look at the Chicago Bears right now, right? 3 quarterbacks, 3 starting worthy quarterbacks.
No.
3 starting worthy quarterbacks. No. One has won a Super Bowl. One's Andy Dalton. And one's the unproven rookie who deserves a chance.
Andy Dalton.
Okay, so you got 2 though. But you got 2, right?
Andy
and
Dalton
Nick Foles, Big Dick Nick sits on the sidelines. It is he accepted his role. That's why he's in the NFL.
He has no
choice. Look at Carmelo Anthony. Look at Carmelo Anthony, right? Look at okay, then retire and leave the NFL. It's not that hard.
No,
Carmelo Anthony in the NBA, right? Prime of his career. Phenomenal player, right? For a couple of years, he wasn't making a roster. You know why? He wouldn't accept the fact that he wasn't good enough anymore to be a starter. He wasn't able to accept the fact, and now he's back in the NBA, and you know what he's doing? Accepted his role off the bench.
Okay.
Maybe sometimes it's about being about the team more than it's about yourself for once.
It doesn't
matter. That's why Colin Kaepernick's not in the NFL.
No, that's ridiculous. Because there are quarterbacks in the league right now as we speak that are not even remotely as good as Colin Kaepernick, who Jimmy Garoppolo, what are you doing?
This $3 ring light from Walmart sucks balls.
I mean, hey, it's $3.
So we had to turn on the emergency lighting here.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the backup,
no,
if you will.
Listen. Jimmy Garoppolo is not good. He's not. He's not good. He's not good enough to start in the NFL. And they're obviously the 49ers have had problems at quarterback, correct? They've had problems ever since Colin left. Ever since they got rid of Colin Kaepernick, they have had issues.
I think ever since they screwed over Alex Smith to begin with.
Well, but Colin Kaepernick was good for them. He took them to a Super Bowl. He took them to an NFC Championship.
So did Jared Goff.
It doesn't matter.
Jared Goff took the Rams to the Super Bowl.
No. The Rams defense took the Rams to the fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah, and so did the 49ers defense.
No, it was not the Niners defense. No.
Look at that defense.
No, it was not. It was not. What year did they go to the Super Bowl? Do you know? I don't.
2011, 2012, somewhere in there. It was the early 2010s for sure.
I'm gonna look it up. Hang on.
I mean, Patrick Willis. Don't ask me to name anybody else. Patrick Willis.
See, exactly. Patrick Willis. That's it.
That's not on me, Chief. Okay, I'm
Hang on.
emerging NFL fan here.
Okay, right here.
Watch college football.
Okay, so 2012. 2012 is the year that they went to the Super Bowl.
It was the Battle of the Harbors.
2012.
Yep, that's when the lights went out.
2012. Okay, so you look at the 2012 NFL season. Okay, the Packers were 11-5. Who did the 49ers play that year in the playoffs? They were 11-4. They beat
the Packers in the NFC Championship, right?
No. It was the Falcons and them in the championship. They beat the Packers. They beat Green Bay. That was the divisional round. They beat Green Bay 45-31. Okay, Colin Kaepernick went. He was 17 for 31 for 263 yards passing, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Aaron Rodgers was 26 for 39, 257 for 2 touchdowns and a pick. Okay, for a quarterback rating, let me look. Quarterback rating of 91.2. Aaron Rodgers' quarterback rating was 91.5. Okay, but Colin also rushed 16 times for 181 yards and 2 tuds. Okay.
Yeah, that was the one year the NFL didn't know how to defend him.
Jimmy, it doesn't matter what Jimmy. They still obviously the NFL still doesn't know how to defend rushers because Pat Mahomes does it, Lamar Jackson does it, Jared Goff does it, Josh Allen does it, and they all do it effectively. So it doesn't matter whether they didn't know then because they still obviously don't know now. The problem is Colin Kaepernick has been blackballed because it's a public relations nightmare. That is it. It's 100% it. Because he's good enough. He's good enough. Look at Jimmy Garoppolo. He could easily be starting in place of Jimmy Garoppolo in San Francisco. And that team,
they got Moneyball Trey Lance.
That team would probably be a Super Bowl team if Colin was starting.
Yeah, Trey Lance started every week. I agree.
No, Trey Lance isn't that good.
Stud. Mark my words. Stud.
The Jets could have signed him.
The Jets are the dumpster fire of every team.
Okay, so then what does it matter if you're the dumpster fire?
You're asking me what's wrong with the New York Jets.
Oh, I'm asking you why Colin Kaepernick is not in the league because it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely absurd. The man beat Aaron Rodgers. The man beat Aaron Rodgers and Matt Ryan in the playoffs. Got to a Super Bowl.
So going by that logic. Is Zach Wilson better than Ryan Tannehill?
No.
But he beat him.
Not in the playoffs. It's different.
So if we're getting all the way back to this then, right? This just brought me to the point there that Tim Tebow is a good quarterback.
No, he's not.
What did he do in the playoffs then? Sir?
What did
he do in the playoffs then? That's the logic
I got
we're going
that for
off
you.
of.
If you just give me a second here, I have that for you. Let me
and then tell me who he beat in the playoffs.
He beat the Steelers. He didn't beat the Steelers. The fucking defense beat the Steelers. If you look at his statistics in his 2 playoff games, Not good. Not good. Hang on,
I think people are just jealous about how good
No.
Tim Tebow looks.
Nope. Tim Tebow, in the 2 playoff games Tim Tebow's ever played in, the 2 games he's ever played in, he was 19 for 47 for 452 yards and 3 tuds. That's it.
Dud.
3.
Dud.
In 2 games. Colin Kaepernick had 4 in 1 game. It's absurd. It's absurd. Literally dumber than it's the Colin Kaepernick situation, and comments like Colin doesn't belong in the league or he's not good enough to be in the league makes me more mad than Zeke not being in Dallas.
Still makes sense. Anywho,
it doesn't make sense. You're a moron.
So anywho, as you guys noticed last week, we struggled to fill time. So we added some discussion points into this week, and I think we had a couple more. But I think at this point, we probably should talk into last week's games, the results and our pick'ems, and then go into this week's coming up games. And if we have some extra time here at the end, we might hit some more. If you guys want to submit some discussion questions, please feel free. We're posting TikToks, post it in the comments, tweet at us. We have a Facebook page. Plenty of ways to get a hold of us. So post a question in there. We'd love to answer them. We'd love to answer, why are Packers fans so annoying? Don't know, but they're Packer fans.
You know what's great though? So the thing about Packer fans is my family is Packer fans, right? And they don't know what it's like to lose, right? But when they lose, when they had that one year when Anthony Barr broke Aaron Rodgers' collarbone and they missed the playoffs and they were terrible. Yeah. And my mom was like, "Football sucks this year." I'm like, what it's like to lose.
Oh man, I know. At this point too, I know a Packers fan that is openly like, I like the Packers. I don't like Aaron Rodgers. I was like, I think that's the first time I've ever heard a Packers fan say that.
Wait, who's
It's all because of my girlfriend's mother, who is a avid Packers fan, does not like Aaron Rodgers anymore because of the off-season drama.
Can we address that?
Oh God.
I know her dad. I know your girlfriend's dad listens, so maybe he can explain the Aaron Rodgers situation to his wife.
He's a Pittsburgh fan, so I think he's staying out of it. Which
yeah, but maybe he can make her. Maybe he can change her mind. Make her like Aaron Rodgers. Okay, let's understand why Aaron Rodgers did what he did in the offseason. 1, he didn't want the news to come out that he was unhappy. He wanted to deal with it internally, and it got leaked. Yep. Tough luck, right? 2. Why was Aaron Rodgers upset? Aaron Rodgers was unhappy, not because. Okay, he was upset because of a few things. 1, the team would not commit to him past this season. This season was the only thing that they were committed. Okay, this year, right? And as somebody who works a job, you want commitment. You want to know, hey, I'm not only here for X amount of time. I'm here until I decide that, hey, I'm better off. I found a better job or so on. But you don't want to be fired. You don't want to you don't want to be gotten rid of. Okay. Yeah. 2, Aaron Rodgers was upset because Green Bay fails to draft effectively every single year. They don't take anything to help him. Aaron Rodgers felt, and we're talking about the league MVP. He felt like he's one wide receiver away from making it to a Super Bowl, taking your team to a Super Bowl. And Green Bay goes out and takes defensive players or other players in the first round, his replacement, without coming to him and being like, hey, dude, this is what we're going to do. And in a situation I can kind of compare to is the Vikings drafted Kellen Mond this past draft in the second round. The Vikings, or the third round, sorry. The Vikings went to Kirk Cousins and said, hey, look, it's still your team. We're just, we need to prepare for the future too. Kirk's like, all right, cool. That's all Aaron wants. Kirk's been with the Vikings for 4 years. Aaron's been there for 15 and couldn't get that from Green Bay. That's why he was upset. He has every right to be upset. And the Packer fans who don't like Aaron, if you want to take anybody else, I will gladly take Aaron Rodgers in another division or for my team.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous for Packer fans to not like Aaron Rodgers because he was unhappy about not winning. He was happy that he wasn't winning. He wasn't unhappy because he wasn't getting paid. He was unhappy because he wasn't winning, and he wants to win. And that is what you're here for. If you're not in it to win, then what are you doing?
To get off my team.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
So going into last week's game, though, a surprisingly entertaining Thursday night football. Thursday night football has continued to be great. Trump wanted to make America great again. And the NFL said, let's make Thursday nights great again. Let's make Thursday's night must watch. Let's have Joe Burrow against Trevor Lawrence on a Thursday night matchup here in Cincinnati when Cincinnati busts out those clean new uniforms, by the way. Clean.
I thought they were I thought they were pretty dope.
I dug them. I dug them.
Yeah, I like them.
I think that's the same reason why they came out with a win, too, other than whatever Urban Myers was doing. But
Urban was having some hot blonde chicks.
I think we both picked Cincinnati in that one, right?
Yeah, we both. I took Cincy. I know that. I can't tell you what you took.
I took Cincy as well. Jacksonville just didn't want to grind it out, per se. So.
Yeah, I mean, I watched it. I watched it, but I was by no means happy about it.
I was sitting there watching it going, this is supposed to be the week I'm supposed to win in fantasy. Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, and I'm just sitting there going, I mean, Joe did all right in my fantasy points. So I'm just sitting there like, why is this game close?
I had a same game parlay on DraftKings. That was like
You're one away from hitting again, right?
Yeah, it was 6 legs. It was $10 to win. I think it was like 60 or something like that. And I was dangerously close to winning said bet. I needed Jamar Chase to get a tud. And in prime time, I mean, I don't think anybody expected him not to score a tud in prime time. But I was a little upset that it didn't hit. But on to the next week, I guess.
Yeah. So then we hit to our Sunday games. The first one we had here was the Washington football team against the Atlanta Falcons. Turned into a surprisingly interesting game, and the Falcons turned into the Falcons.
They blew
played.
I was gonna say a 38-3 lead or something like that. Whatever the lead was in the Super Bowl, but whatever.
28-3.
Yeah, 28-3. Yeah.
Probably felt the same way for Falcons fans. I feel like right now as a Falcons fan, you show up to the stadium, and I think right now on the back of their seats facing towards their fans, they should just put one of those things that just punches you in the face every time you get hope in the team again. Just punch you right back in the face.
Yep.
Because that's how it probably feels to be a Falcons fan. I don't know. We can ask Austin.
Did you take the Falcons? I thought you did.
No, I took Washington.
Did you?
I did take Washington.
Not for sure. You took.
I did not.
All right.
I'm not jumping off of that cliff yet, sir.
All right. So Houston, Baltimore, or Houston, Buffalo, 40-0. Yep. Pretty much expected that. We're just gonna move on.
Yep. At least they covered.
Yeah. Yeah, covered that big old spread.
Yeah.
The Lions and the Bears. I took the Lions. Thought that maybe they'd be able to come out on top. Justin Fields looked okay. Still not great. No. I
think the O-line did better this time, but I also saw though that David Montgomery is out for I think 4 to 6 weeks with a sprained knee, right?
Yeah, and
so that's
the
tough.
Bears came out today. So Matt Nagy came out today and announced Justin Fields as the Bears starter for the foreseeable future. And for me, I think that's bad. I like I've said before, I really truly think that even though eventually he's going to be a good starter in the NFL, I don't think that he's quite there yet. So I mean, it is what it is. I'm not a head coach in the NFL for a reason.
Is this Matt Nagy's last year?
Yeah, probably.
Or I guess the better question is, should this be Matt Nagy's last year?
If they don't make a playoffs, yeah.
Yeah.
They have the talent. They have the talent to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
They're in. I mean, they're a game back from Green Bay. I mean, they're 2-2.
And they have a Super Bowl champion sitting on their bench. So
Shut up.
they do.
Um,
Saying.
I mean, yeah, I
So
would think that they probably, yeah, I would think
yeah,
that if they don't make the playoffs, um, this year, I think Matt Nagy will be gone,
yeah,
unless there's like some kind of ridiculous like offensive production that happens. I could see him staying, but
yeah,
I think the problem will be is if you take if you take Justin Fields out of Matt Nagy's system and put him in another system, then how long is it going to take him to learn that system? It's just it's a catch-22, really.
yeah. Um, so then we got into our next game here. We got the Carolina Panthers against the Dallas Cowboys. Um, a much it was about a game that we all expected. Trayvon Diggs is continuing to be uh, probably the hugest part of that Dallas defense. Uh, got a little bit closer than I think people expected it to be. Um, you know, kind of Carolina making that comeback late in the game, but I mean, I don't think there's really much to talk about there.
Nope.
Dallas with the win. The next one here's one that we disagreed on pretty heavily. Pretty heavily disagreed on. I even threw up a TikTok on it. I thought it was kind of funny there because you, sir, laughed at me when I said I'm going with the INDY Indianapolis
And
down
I'm
in
laughing
my.
at you right now
Why?
because they suck. That game was a shit show.
You know what that game was? That was a win.
The game was terrible.
That's all that matters in the NFL.
It was not fun to watch.
Getting wins.
It's very, very boring.
I enjoyed it.
You know what game was even more boring than that game? The next one. The Vikings and the Browns. What a shit show of a game. God, it was awful.
And it started off so fast and so good for the Vikings too. Like I
It started off for both teams really well. I mean,
is what like what I saw very early on. I was like, okay, and then I don't know what happened. I didn't watch the game. It just seemed like everything just kind of stalled out, huh?
Punts, lots of punts. I mean, Kirk threw his first pick.
Game, huh?
Kirk threw his first pick of the year, which is kind of upsetting. It was like his first pick in like 220 some passes. Sucks because it was tipped. It wasn't even like a pick where he like missed a read or anything. Like it was just a tipped pass that ended up being picked, which was upsetting. But I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. The Vikings, they look good against Seattle, but again, I think we said it last week, or I said it last week. The Vikings went back to their conventional run on first down, and 7 points is what you get for it. I think Alexander Madison did so much against Seattle, and I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, I'm not saying Dalvin doesn't belong in Minnesota anymore, but I think that when he's in, we're a little more predictable.
Yeah.
Because he is good and he can break one at any time. So, but again, I do think that it is what it is. I mean, we're probably going 1-16 or 1-17 or whatever it is.
Yeah, I guess the good thing is that the Vikings have been competitive in every game.
Yeah, I mean we've lost 3 games by a combined 11 points.
Yeah. The next game here, though, I don't think anybody saw it coming.
I did. I picked the Giants.
Barkley? You picked the Giants?
I picked the Giants, baby.
You probably picked the Giants out of your hatred for the Saints.
I did.
But is Saquon back?
What?
Is Saquon back?
No.
No? You think it was just one of those weeks?
I think the Saints defense is just bad.
Yeah. Well,
Danny Dimes looked good.
Yeah.
I think Danny Dimes looked real good.
Yeah. That might be the key, honestly, too, though, to Saquon as well, though. I mean, the better Danny Dimes plays, it's vice versa. It helps each other out,
Yep.
The running back gets your running yards, and your quarterback's getting passing yards, and it kind of just works together. That's usually how the NFL works.
Right.
So, when you play a really bad team and you don't have your top two wide receivers, but you have a stud at running back, we find out what happens here. You lose to the Jets in overtime and make a lot of Packers and Steelers fans unhappy because they could not see the first quarter of their team's game. Thanks, CBS again.
I love CBS for this. Love CBS. My dad was so mad. He was like, CBS is a bunch of racists. And I'm like, Dad, it's okay. But oh, hang on.
What?
I'm watching the NLDS or the NL wildcard game. Anyway, yeah, people do care. I care, and we're gonna get into the MLB here in just a little bit. We gotta speed up though. So yeah, I like I said, I heard
baseball.
I picked the Jets on Saturday night. I just didn't go in and change it on here, so doesn't count.
The next game here, we had the Chiefs and the Eagles. Closer than I think people expected, though. The Eagles, I think, put up more of a fight than they think. Still think the Chiefs are not that good this year and that they're getting exposed.
Their defense is shit.
No. I honestly, I don't think the Chiefs are that good this year. I think people have figured them out. You can't go so many years in a row without changing up anything and expect it just to work every year because it worked the year before, you know?
Right.
Next one here, though, we had what I thought was probably one of the games of the week here: the Cardinals and the Rams.
It was a surprise of the week.
I picked the Rams. I don't know what happened here. The Rams defense just kind of couldn't handle Kyler Murray, huh?
I guess
couldn't handle Chase Edmonds apparently.
Are the Cardinals the best team in the league? Statistically now, yes, they are. But are they the best team in the league?
No.
Who is?
I think that every year it's this way. Is that until the champs get beat. As far as finishing out the year in the playoffs, that's who I keep as my number one.
Even though they lost to the Rams and then the Rams lost to the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Interesting.
At the end of the day, you get TB12 in those playoffs, and it's a whole different breed. And so, right now, that's who I would keep as my personal number one is the Bucks. But
oh boy,
next one here, staying within the same division, the Seahawks and the Niners here. I picked the Niners. The Seahawks go into San Fran and get a huge win. After San Fran back-to-back losses at home against the Packers and the Seahawks. That's tough. That's tough for the Niners.
You know how the Niners would be 4-0 right now?
The next game here we had is Baltimore and Denver. Baltimore and Denver. And Matt, how did actually though, as an avid football fan, as a fan of the game, how did you feel about the fact that Baltimore gets the ball back with 3 seconds here and they need 3 yards to tie the all-time record of having 43 consecutive games with 100 yards rushing, and they've run the ball for 5 yards instead of kneeling out the game?
Go for it.
Because Vic Fangio, whatever his name is, was very irate about it. He was not happy about it. Quite a few cuss words thrown around there.
Pick a better defense.
Yeah.
Run a blitz. Blitz the run.
Yeah. Don't just assume it's going to be kneeled out.
Yeah. Don't complain when you get out game planned. If John Harbaugh wants to go for it, then let him go for it. Who are you to tell him that it's wrong?
Yeah, that's true. I guess that's like telling teams, hey, you shouldn't go for it on 4th down because the proper thing to do is to punt the ball.
Yeah.
It's that kind of mindset there. Next one though we had the Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ben stinks.
The Steelers stink.
Simple.
He has no weapon. Ben has no weapons. Juju's a scrub.
Man, I like Deontay Johnson. Claypool didn't play, which probably hurt them a little bit. But
Najee's a beast, but
man's an animal.
But outside of Najee, there ain't nothing.
Yeah. Well, next one here, Steve Belichick against Tom Brady, right?
It's a good game.
It was a very good game. Nice rainy game. I love weather. I love when weather plays an effect in an NFL game. Did you like the decision there by Bill to go for the field goal there at the end of the game there instead of going for it on fourth down?
Yeah.
I asked you that because I seen quite a few backlash on Twitter of people saying that even if you did make that field goal, you're leaving Tom Brady 2 timeouts with like 50 some seconds.
Doesn't
Uh,
matter. Your defense played well all night. Your defense gave up 19 points in a game that everyone was like, oh, this is a revenge game. This is going to
yeah,
be a game where Tom's going to go in and he's going to throw for 500 yards through 5 tuds. I mean, not having Rob there obviously probably hurt, but in reality, everyone knew. Like, everyone expected Tom to go in and just dominate this game, and that is not what happened.
yeah.
In my opinion, the Patriots won this game morally. Like, morally, you have to look at it as, look, Tom went into New England, and it took a field goal
Honestly,
at the end of the game to win.
I was hoping that field goal went in because I had a conspiracy theory planned out that the final score was 20-19 is how the Patriots beat Tom. And the last year that Tom played for the Patriots was 2019. NFL's rigged, obviously, 100%. The NFL was like, hey, let's not make it too obvious here. We're already blackballing players out of the league.
I think you're reaching a little bit here, bud.
Oh, 100%. But why would I not reach?
So then the last game of the day, or the last game of the week, was the Chargers and the Raiders. I didn't watch it. I couldn't have cared less about it. It just wasn't my
your cup of tea.
My cup of tea for the week.
I think honestly, I was gonna watch a little bit of it, and then they had the strangest weather delay I've seen. That an indoor stadium had a weather delay for lightning and bolts up, baby.
Okay.
Anywho.
All right.
Yeah, you didn't know about that?
I knew that there was a delay because I got Twitter alerts, but I didn't know what for.
So it was a weather delay inside of an indoor stadium. Also, too, there was more Raiders fans there than Chargers fans at a home. Of
course, there was. Raiders fans are the best fans in the league. They travel so well.
I mean, any opposing team's fans travel well when they play against the Chargers in LA.
Right.
So, unfortunately.
All right, so this week.
Yeah, we got this week's game. Thursday Night Football, baby. It's a good one this week.
Yeah, the Rams are winning this game.
Best division. Rams, Seahawks in Seattle.
Yeah, the Rams are winning this game.
Going out on a limb here.
You're going to pick the Sea Chickens?
I'm going with the Seattle Seahawks, baby. Russell Wilson is going to get it done. My guy. Oh, man. That after we go from that super insane matchup, we go to...
But the problem... Hold on. So you know Chris Carson's not playing, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't matter.
I mean, all right.
When you're at your home, they got the 12th man, baby.
Yeah, okay.
They got the 12th man.
Yeah, okay.
We have some unbranded drink here. Sponsor us. Anywho, who's not going to sponsor us and who I would not accept a sponsorship from, the Jets or the Falcons. They play each other this week, though, on Sunday.
If anybody in the Jets or Falcons organizations are listening, we would gladly take any kind of sponsorship you give to us.
Except for Cordell Patterson. That's all I got to say to you, buddy. Screw you and your 37 fantasy points, okay?
Who played him? Like, what? Who picks up Cordero and plays him?
Yo, Adam. Adam plays him. Yeah, and plays him at running back for 37
because he's a running back now.
Stupid.
Yeah. I don't have anything to say. I'm picking the Falcons.
I'm going with the Jets.
I'm picking the Falcons.
I'll never. It's in Atlanta. They'll get a big lead and they'll blow it. All right. Anywho, next game here. So Green Bay stayed within this division here. Also traveling to their places home here. Green Bay against the Cincinnati Bengals. It's in Cincinnati. I think Cincinnati, if I'm not mistaken, who is their one loss to? Besides, it should have been the Vikings. They lost to the Bears in Chicago.
Yeah.
So they're undefeated at home.
Yep.
And that stays this week.
Yeah, I think Jamar Chase gets 2 tuds. Joe Mixon may be out, which could be a big factor.
I think the thing is that Green Bay's defense is a little beat up right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm honest, I'm very confident in Joe Burrow's abilities. I think he's really coming into his own. I mean, last week they were playing Jacksonville, but you gotta love the confidence. You know, when he's towards the end of the game, he's like, "Yeah, don't give me the ball back, because if they do, we win the game. And that's what he went out there and did. You got to respect the confidence when it's there.
I like Joey B.
Yeah, so I think they ride that momentum into this week's game. They had the long week off there, which I know a lot of NFL teams like. You know, get a little extra rest.
That reminds me, the Jets Falcons game is at 9:30 on Sunday morning because it's in London.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
which means I'm gonna wake up to a Falcons loss.
That's football all day. I'll be up at 8, ready to watch some football at 9:30. And I'm gonna watch
that's the London game.
I'm gonna watch that game, and then I'm gonna watch the Viking game, which we're gonna talk about here in a second.
I have another question for you though. Does the NFL hate London?
No, why?
I mean, I don't know how they pick the teams to go over there, but
so teams sign like agreements to go, like, because the Jaguars had at least played one home game in London every year, so like teams had to like agree to play over in London, and these are just the teams that agreed, and it just so happens they blow.
They probably got an extra payday, huh? Smart. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the next one here, to get a little division rivalry, baby. The Detroit Lions. Jeez.
Yeah, you can't talk, can you?
No, and it's at the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota.
Yeah.
So I think the choice here. Detroit's 0-4. Don't see it changing this week. Was confident about them last week. After what they showed me last week, I'm not confident with them at all. Dustin Tucker broke that team's soul, I think.
I don't think I can, like, I don't know.
This is this week's game where you probably don't even watch the whole Vikings game. You probably watch it more on Red Zone type of thing. You're just gonna sit there and watch a blowout. Fair enough. I watched the Bulls.
I have sat through 3 losses by a combined 11 points. I'm going to watch every win that I can watch.
I watched a 40-point preseason win
over
the Cavs.
Watch this be a trap game, man. Like, you know, watch it. Like
it's the inner, like, you know, it's the same division.
This happens every year.
This happens to
the Vikings every single year. The Vikings, like, they'll do something, like they'll win a real good game against a real good opponent, Seahawks. Then they'll lose like 2 games real close, Cardinals and Bengals, and then again last week against the Browns. And then we go and we play some team that we should absolutely dismantle, and we lose 40-3. And I reserve my feelings. I reserve all of that because I just watching optimistically. I want to win, but you know what? At this point, this Viking team is so unpredictable. It just pisses me off. So I don't even like to talk about it.
Fair enough. Well, so next game here, we got the Denver Broncos at the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm going Denver.
Yeah, Teddy B is in concussion protocol. Drew Lock is not taking the fucking Broncos to a win. The reason the Broncos are 3-1, Teddy Bridgewater.
I'm gonna stick to my guns here. I don't think the Steelers haven't shown me anything this year.
Don't need to when you play the fucking Broncos without Teddy B.
Yeah. Next game here. Well, the Miami Dolphins. They're gonna go into Tampa
and get wrecked.
Well, the New Orleans Saints travel to Washington.
Where they're gonna get the football spanked. Team. Where they're gonna get spanked.
You're on Washington?
Yeah. Fuck the Saints.
You're right. Actually, I actually watched Taylor Heineke's interview with this week with Pat McAfee, and it made me more of a fan of that guy.
Yeah, I've liked him.
The Saints haven't been on there, so yeah, you know, Jameis is going to eat another L this week, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
Next one here, we got the Philadelphia Eagles at the Carolina Panthers.
Panthers will bounce back.
I'd like to think that way too, but I mean, Philly didn't play bad last week. They really didn't.
Yeah, but they were at home.
I'm gonna take Philly.
Yeah, you're a moron.
You know, sometimes it's just what you got to do, you know. And Jalen Hurts, baby, you know.
Yeah, you know what hurts? You losing that picking the Eagles going 1-4. That's what hurts.
It won't hurt me that bad. I'll be okay. I'll bounce back.
Yeah, okay.
All right, then we got the Tennessee Titans against the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I don't think it matters if J.J. Brown and Julio Jones would take another week off. I'm taking Tennessee in this one. Don't
Nope.
care.
If A.J. Brown and Julio, I'm going to make it known right now. If Julio and A.J. Brown are not playing, I'm taking the Jaguars. As of now, I think they're playing, so I'm picking the Titans because as of right now, they're playing. But if they get ruled out, Jaguars are going to win this game. The Titans are nothing without AJ and Julio. They're nothing. Derrick Henry can only do so much. Derrick Henry can only do so much.
Oh yeah, well yeah, exactly. The defense can zone in on them, and yeah, of course, makes the game way easier.
And Trevor Lawrence can run the football.
Trevor Lawrence, he's had a good.
Mark my words.
Good season.
I'm just telling everyone right now, it's a win if Jacksonville wins, and Julio and AJ are not playing. Anyway, on to the next one.
Yeah, we got the New England Patriots at the Houston Texans. I am gonna go New England.
Yeah, me too. Mac looked real good. Yeah, he looked real good against Tampa. I mean, Tampa's defense looks bad, but Tampa's secondary is bad. But
Jones for Rookie of the Year?
No.
Alrighty, cool. Alrighty, we got the Bears at the Las Vegas Raiders. This is the Raiders bounce back week, eh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
In Vegas,
I don't trust Matt Nagy to play call correctly. I don't trust Matt Nagy to put Justin Fields in a situation where he can win. So I'm taking the Raiders, but I also know that the Raiders lost last week, and if Derek Carr doesn't bounce back this week, he's going to be classic Derek Carr, and he's just going to curl up into a ball and just let everyone run all over him and be sorry for himself, because that's what Derek Carr does. So, I mean, I want to like Derek Carr. I liked his brother when he played for Houston.
Yeah.
And the Giants, I believe. But something about Derek, he just crumbles. When he starts losing, he just crumbles.
Yeah. That being said, I'm still gonna stick with Vegas.
Me too.
I'm confident with it. Next one here, we got Cleveland traveling to Los Angeles.
That's a game
Chargers.
That's a game of the week.
Yeah, and you know what, too? It's when Baker Mayfield goes into LA and gets a big win.
No, he doesn't.
I'm going Cleveland.
You know why Cleveland doesn't? Because Baker looked like trash last week against the Vikings. Looked horrible. The reason they won that game, Kareem Hunt is better than Nick Chubb, and Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb together ran for like 200 yards. Baker's not that, like, I like Baker. I love Baker's commercials. I like Baker Mayfield the person. I like Baker Mayfield the player. The problem is, without Jarvis Landry, Baker is nothing. He does not have chemistry with Odell. He missed Odell on a wide open go route. Wide freaking open and underthrew him. Like, they've got to figure that out. But Justin Herbert is, if one of the two LA quarterbacks is going to be MVP. One of the two. It'll either be Matt Stafford or Justin Herbert.
Yeah, I can't really argue that. Tell you what, though, I can tell you one guy, though, who can make an argument, and he plays in our next game here when the Giants go to Dallas. Dak Prescott. I think at this point in the year, Dak Prescott could also be in that argument for MVP. I'm not saying that I'd put him above the other two currently, but I'd say he's in that argument.
I think he's in the conversation. But so is MVP.
Probably going to be comeback player of the year, though.
So is MVP Kirk, though. I think if you had like 5 quarterbacks that you're looking at that are having really good years, that outside of the Bills, because they played the fucking Texans.
Mitch Trubisky scored in that game. So
yeah. If you want to name like 5 quarterbacks that are probably in the MVP conversation right now, or 6 quarterbacks, let's do 6 in no specific order.
Yeah.
Josh Allen. Dak Prescott, Kyler Murray, Justin Herbert, Matt Stafford, and Kirk Cousins. All
Yeah.
of them solid years. All of them played solid so far. The Vikings have lost because of defensive issues.
Yeah.
I mean, in reality, those are probably the top 6 quarterbacks in the league right now. And I'm not taking anything away from Pat Mahomes or Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady. Like they're all 3 playing well as well. But Aaron already has 2 picks, more than what he had last year. I mean, he's already taken a step back. I just think, I just personally, I think, those are probably your top 6 right now. I mean, they're my top 6.
Yeah.
If that means anything, which I know it doesn't, but hey, whatever.
I mean, I can't say that I disagree. Also being said in this, the Cowboys are winning this game.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. We got what, 3 more games and then baseball talk?
yeah. So next game here, we got the San Francisco 49ers going to Arizona to then take their loss and go back to San Francisco, because that's what's happening in this game.
Yep.
The next one here, though, we got a little playoff rematch, eh?
Yeah,
Got
this
the
one should
Buffalo Bills at the Kansas City Chiefs.
This one should be really, really good.
I would say, would you say this one's your game of the week?
It's pretty close. I think I really like the Browns game. Yeah, I think the Bills Chiefs game will be really entertaining.
Yeah.
Really entertaining. I don't think the Bills are going to win. I mean, everyone can pick the Chiefs all they want, but the Bills are the better team. Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs and Cole Beasley and Emmanuel Sanders, they're going to tear that secondary apart.
Yeah. Honestly, too, like I was saying earlier, I think Kansas City it's getting exposed at this point. I don't think they're as good, even at their 2-2 record. I don't even think they're that good of a 2-2 team.
Nope.
I think Buffalo goes in there and they get that statement win. And I think for Buffalo too, I think this is probably more important of a game for Buffalo than I think it is for Kansas City, just for the fact that Kansas City, I feel like, isn't taking the season seriously yet. But I think the Buffalo Bills, they go into Kansas City and they get this win. I think that that kind of propels them up another notch. Kind of builds up that confidence. Kind of gets them into last year's mode.
It'll make them the second best team in the conference.
Yeah,
behind the Chargers.
Yeah. So, and then we got our Monday night game here.
It's a fucking stink fest.
I'm kind of sad though that Colts are getting their primetime Monday night game, right? And the Manning cast is not, because I think that would have been fun though to listen to Peyton kind of talk about his old team.
Yep.
Just made the game more interesting.
Game's
obviously
gonna suck.
Obviously, as you can tell here, terrible Monday Night Football games are more entertaining when you have a Manning broadcast to listen to. With that being said, who are you going with? Because I don't think I'm ready to decide yet.
I'm thinking Baltimore.
No, Baltimore.
It's in Baltimore. The Colts left Baltimore to go to Indianapolis for some stupid fucking reason. Indiana sucks. So, I mean, Baltimore, the Colts.
Man.
This is a revenge game for Baltimore if there has ever been one. Like, just beat the shit out of Carson Wentz and the Colts and just, be like, you made the wrong decision, dumb fucks. That's just my opinion. I'm not going to watch this. There's not even a shot for that I'm going to watch this.
So this is where I'm at with it, right? Colts at some point this year have to prove what they are. Are they bad or are they good? Right now, I think they've teetered on both sides of the bench. I think on Monday night, as stupid as everybody's gonna say that I sound, the Colts are gonna go in there, they're gonna get a win. And then they're gonna go right back to Indianapolis and leave that shithole of a state of Maryland like they did all those years ago.
Yeah, no, they're not. You're just a Colts fan. That's why you're picking them. It's okay.
I haven't picked them every time.
You don't have to come in. You don't have to come in and be like, This is what's gonna happen. No, you could just be like, look, I'm a Colts fan. I'm not gonna pick against my team.
Unlike you, I don't let my bias show that hard. Okay, you have never picked against the Vikings since the start of this show.
You shouldn't.
I have picked against my team. I'm a realistic fan. I realistically think they can go into Baltimore.
You think a 1-3 team with a quarterback with 2 sprained ankles can go in and beat Lamar Jackson at home on a Monday night?
Yeah,
you're dumb.
Also, too, we have our tiebreaker question: how many total points would be scored in the Colts and Ravens game? I'm going 6. Lock it in.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not even gonna put anything because I just don't give a shit.
It's Hot Rod's game to win, baby.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, we're gonna win the game 3-2. Yeah, okay. By the way.
Okay.
Shout out us. We're gonna win.
Yeah.
They're gonna get a safety because Carson Wentz is gonna sprain his ankles in the end zone, but we're gonna kick field goal to get that done. So all right. What was it that you wanted to talk about?
Baseball playoffs. You can.
Sorry, that
you can just. You can snooze all you want. But so last night I watched the Red Sox destroy the Yankees, and it was beautiful. It was a beautiful thing. Tonight, as we speak, that's why you keep seeing me like peek over my shoulders. I got the St. Louis and Dodgers game on. So the Cardinals and Dodgers are playing the top of the second. Dodgers are favorited. They're favorited to win the whole thing. The World Series is supposed to be the Dodgers. Right now, the Dodgers are losing 1-0, making me very, 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 very happy because I want to see the Cardinals and the Giants in the divisional series. But more importantly, tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or Daylight Time, whatever fucking middle part is in that, the Chicago White Sox, the best team in Major League Baseball, the epitome of Chicago baseball. Yeah, Cubs fans, I said it. We at least fucking make the playoffs. Look at you, you scrubs. Literally the best team. It's been 16 years since we've been to and won the World Series. We did it against Houston to get to the World Series. We play Houston to start the AL Divisional Series in Houston, 4:30 tomorrow afternoon. Jose Abreu, doubtful, but hopefully he'll get it. Oh, we got some time. I got 8 minutes, my guy. I got a timer right here. I got time. Shut up. This is it's not DM football talk. I'll give you like 4 minutes to talk. I'll give you. Okay, let me finish up here for the next 2 minutes, and I'll give you 5 minutes to talk about basketball.
It's all right. It's okay.
But then, what are you complaining for?
Just hit the outro, dog. Don't worry. I'm just prepared.
You need to listen. You need to educate yourself. Yeah. Listen to the rant because the rant's real. Educate.
Well, has too much cheating in it. I'm okay.
It's no. Just the Astros. This is why everyone shall be a White Sox fan as of the divisional series. You don't have to be it the entire time. Just hope that the White Sox beat the Astros in the divisional series and then move on to the championship series where they'll probably play the Tampa Bay Rays and we'll win that too and we'll get to the World Series and the NL is the NL. But anyway, Jose Abreu doubtful with flu but has tested negative multiple times for COVID. So probably gonna play tomorrow. I think that they're probably holding off on that decision. But then you got Leury Garcia, you got Tim Anderson, you got Yohan Moncada. You know, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I'm excited to watch some Chicago playoff baseball, which I haven't gotten to see in quite some time. I mean, last time was the scrubs cheating their way to a World Series. But hey, it is what it is. It's another 100 years before we have to deal with that. Anyway, that's all I needed. I just needed to get the Chicago White Sox thing off. That's just
yeah. It's. I mean, on the plus side, at least by next year when the baseball playoffs roll around, Hocus Pocus 2 will be out, and nobody will care anyways. So
Yeah, I'm definitely choosing Hocus Pocus 2. Who's not gonna choose Hocus Pocus 2?
you're not wrong.
I mean,
Um, they started filming. I think they started filming it for now, so that's exciting.
yeah.
What else is exciting is that we, the DM Sports Talk podcast, are here every single week, welcoming into your guys' houses or into your cars or wherever you listen to us
Ears,
at.
just the ear holes.
Yeah, all your holes, ear holes.
not all of them. No,
We just want to say,
I can't even edit that out.
we just want to say thank you for watching or listening, however you may do so. This was the DM Sports Talk podcast for this week here. You can find us, though, on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, RSS feed, Castro, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, and many other options. However you want to listen to us or watch us, there's plenty of options. We also, though, do have our Facebook page or our Twitter page that is rocking and rolling at DM Sports Talk. And we have our TikTok that is steadily getting some content up there to watch and enjoy for your ear holes. So for that, we thank you guys for watching and appreciate it.
And always remember, Tim Tebow does not belong in the NFL.